Hello, I'm having sick. Today I'm gonna do a prediction video about UC. Some of these predictions are very straightforward, like the first round. Let's get into it. First round, PDR versus VME. I mean, that's a no-brainer. PDR is the strongest alliance in here. That's a win for them. MBE against NUS. That's a no-brainer either. Then we have FFS against RRH. That's also a no-brainer, and that's definitely FFS. FDH versus HOH. This one is actually one of the interesting matches. Steel, Game of Korea, Barbarian, and etc. That's a strong lineup. HOH has GoTWiC, which is a very strong in-person. TARDIS, quite strong Calf. Both lineups are quite strong. This can go either way. I'm thinking FDH is gonna win, because I think they wanted more. WXT against Nox. Well, Nox is decently strong. I think WXT is just but stronger force with GG Boy, Busy, Silica, also Banana and Strawberry, One Chunk. Then it's Lek against UTP. Well, I do think that Lek's gonna win this one. Then we have Erotic against KC. I don't think that's a big brainer, and that's going to be Rot all the way. HD against WAO, and also HD has many more wheels than WAO. They will win this hands down. PDR against NBA, sorry NBA, but PDR is winning this one. FFS against FDH. They actually recently played the last game, and this was very close until the mindset hurt. So this one could actually go either way. But given that FFS actually won last time, I do think that they will win again. Lek is just not in the same shape as WXT, and the lineup of WXT is way stronger, and they will win this. Rot against HD. Well, HD is quite strong. They do lack some organization wise to be able to kick Rot. So I do think that Rot's gonna win this. Actually come to the guessing part of this video. For all these 4 matches, it's really like a coin toss. It can go either way. And I think MB is gonna win this one hands down, because NUS is just not on the same level as MB. Then we have FDH and RRH. This one is sort of interesting, but since that this time FDH actually has Napoleon, Asterix, Skyrocket, Dunkerque, Steel, Game of Korea, etc. I do think that they are stronger than ever, and I do think that FDH is gonna win against RRH. Then we have Leg against Nox. I'm unsure about this one, but I do think that Leg purely because it's probably gonna be an unfavorable time for Nox. Then HD against KC. That one is kind of straightforward. Although KC is stronger than in previous seasons, HD is just more organized and has more stronger players, and that means they're overall stronger. Then we come to round 4. So in round 4, most of these are very straightforward. I think PDR is gonna win against FFS because PDR is just one of the greatest alliances in AC that is around, and FFS can try but they will not succeed. WXD against Rods. This will be like this can be a very expensive match if WXD is going to try. But I do think that since they're newly merged, like WXC plus DOM, that they're not quite ready to handle Rods, and therefore I think Rods gonna win this one. And then MBE against FDH, that's hands down MBE. Leg against HD, HD is just more organized than like round 5. FFS against MBE. MBE is kind of known to be very adaptive in AC, and I do think that they can kick FFS, and that's why I do think that they will win, because they're just a little bit more organized and stronger than FFS. WXD versus HD. This one is actually gonna be very interesting. But due to accounts like Wonchong, I do think that HD is gonna lose this, because if WXD places the right people in, they are just not gonna be able to do anything. So that's WXD for the win. Then we have PDR against Rods. This is gonna be an interesting game. Rods tends to go all out in these games. Personally, I hope they will play conservative and just try some stuff but not go all in, because in the past where Rods or like N3O won the first battle against PDR, they usually lost the second one. So I hope that we conserve our strengths and kill them in the finals. That's why I do think that PDR's gonna win this. Then we have MBE against WXD. This could go either way, but that being said, I do think that MB is gonna struggle against certain accounts like Wamchung, and if they put them in the right places, and also with like WXD shot callers are spot on. I do think that WXD has this in the back, and they will win this. Then we have Rod against WXD again. Like, I do think that WXD is gonna go all out in this game, and this will be like a rehash of round 4. But I do think that Rod's gonna win this in the end. Then VDR against Rod. If you looked at this purely from like a prediction videos perspective, the chances are high for BDR to win than for Rod to win. But this is gonna be one for the ages. I do think that Rod can win, but they have to play absolutely perfect. But I'm gonna go for Rod winning this UC this time.